We are nearing the end of the Jagged Pass, only one more trainer left, and after that we are going on to Lavaridge. Anyway, I was looking for the February monthly stats on Smogon for quite a while this month, and I only found out just now that, well, of course I noticed that they hadn't been up, but I didn't know why, so I checked it out, and apparently they completely lost the stats in the server move or something. So yeah, no stats in February, which is a shame because I was looking forward to those stats, especially to see how the whole Yuxi versus Cresselia feud was going to turn out, because if you don't watch those monthly stats, well, in January, Yuxi was right below Cresselia in the usage list. And it's not only due to Cresselia falling, but Yuxi went up for like 15-20 ranks at once for some reason. So I'm really waiting for the March stats to see if that was a fluke, or if it's for real and Yuxi's headed for the overused tier sometime soon, which would be really, really weird because, I mean, in 2007, before the metagame actually got started, everyone was thinking, well, Cresselia is going to be the overused version of Lugia, but 3 years later, we're looking at the rankings, and it's not an overused, and it's even right next to Yuxi, which is like the same thing, but with 100 less HP, except with a whole lot more support moves. So now we're in Lavaridge, and I think it was on part 32 that I said that I would take note of the number of the part to see how much time it would take to get across that one ledge on Route 112 that separated the fiery path from Lavaridge, and so we're in part 43 now, so that would be 11 videos. It took almost 2 hours plus the time I spent collecting ash, so it's well over 2 hours to get up one single ledge. That is some progress right there. And, oh, I think she wants to give me an egg, and I think this is a why not egg. Now, oh, yeah, of course, my party's full because I was about to say I'm gonna take that egg because even though I don't need a why not or a Wop Buffet, hey, it's a free egg, so why not? So for now, I'm going to heal my party because my Skarmory's in really bad shape. Not that I'm planning on using it in the fire gym, oh no! And after that, I'm going to deposit my Spinda because I don't need it right now, unlike the rest of my team and the HM slaves. Spinda is not needed for now, and it's not going to be needed for quite a while. So, in the box you go, and I'll go pick up the egg a bit later on. And everyone, of course, is talking about the hot spring in Lavaridge, which is the town's main attraction. Well, only attraction, in fact, aside from the gym. And you can access the hot spring from the back door of the Pokémon Center, which is right here. It's the only Pokémon Center I know of that leads to something else than another floor in the Pokémon Center or something like that. And if I remember, there's an item inside the hot spring. There are two old ladies there, and there's an item somewhere around those two ladies. I don't remember what the item is, and what an item is doing in a hot spring, I don't want to know. I just don't want to know. Thank you very much. Oh, it's an ice heal. Sort of makes sense since, well, it's in hot spring and all. It would have been something if it was something like a berry or, you know, a burn heal or something like that. I could only imagine what kind of berry you'd find in a hot spring like this. Completely. Actually, I don't know if you put a berry in a hot spring, what would happen to the berry, but I digress. There are two more houses to check out, including the Pokemon Herb Shop, which sells cheap but also bitter medicine. So if you're willing to sacrifice some happiness in order to get... Oh, charcoal! Well, this is going on my Blaziken right away. I was looking for such an item for Blaziken, so there we go. So as I was saying, the medicine sold here is cheaper than, for example, you know, antidotes and potions and stuff like that, but it also lowers your Pokemon's happiness. So it's a rather fair trade, I suppose, except for the fact that there are lava cookies that are sold on Mount Chimney. So lava cookies are cheaper full heals, essentially. So let's check what's available here. And a heal powder costs 450, and a lava cookie, which does the same thing but doesn't lower your happiness, costs 200. Wow! That is some great design right there. It's like comparing the Super Potion to the Moomoo Milk. The Moomoo Milk heals twice as much HP, but it costs 200 less. Okay, so we're in the gym now. Hose her down with water and then go for it. Wow! I don't know if I'm alone in thinking this, but that sounded an awful lot like involuntary innuendo there. And don't get too close to her, you'll burn. Could be an allusion to STDs or something. Oh, we got a Jeff here! So, it's a mirror match, I guess, and for now it doesn't look like it's any better than the one in Crystal. In fact, it's probably worse, because if you remember, the Jeff in Crystal had 2 Raticates. Here we got a Slugma, and I hope his second better is something better. No! It's another freaking Slugma! So he's even worse off than the other Jeff. Oh my god. First we have a guy with 2 Raticates, and then another guy with 2 Slugmas. They really hate me, those game designers, don't they? Something didn't go right. Well, probably when your parents gave you that name, I think I would probably have you have a name like Tabitha rather than Jeff. You're ashamed of my name! Stop using it! But, okay, that's enough random banner for now. So, the gimmick for this 4th gym is, well, you've probably seen most of it already. There are 2 floors, and when you're on the lower floor, some of those patches of sand will catapult you up or make you fall down if you're on the top floor, and other patches of sand hide trainers. So there's no real way of knowing which ones have trainers or which ones have how should I say it, the next part of the gym. So the best way to do it, especially since I want to fight all the trainers, is to try them all, and eventually I can keep that up and I'll end up at Flannery, who is not hidden in a patch of sand. So there's going to be no surprise of, you know, me not being ready to fight her and then finding her in a patch of sand. Surprise! Like, you know, for example, it's a problem that tends to happen to me in Gold, Silver, Crystal's Fuchsia Gym, you know, where everyone looks like Janine, so I'd be fighting underlings, trying to fight them all, and all of a sudden, BAM! I'm fighting the real Janine. So, of course, it's a bit irritating, because I can't fight the underlings anymore. I think, at least, I can't fight them after I've been the gym leader, but, I don't recall trying in the last few years because I always make a point to always fight them all before fighting the leader. So next time we're going to be fighting off more trainers who are able to breathe under the sand for some reason. Well, would you guess what? I completely forgot to go back for the egg, so I'm doing so right now, just so that I don't get 45 comments telling me, you forgot to get the egg! Well, there you go. I got the egg. Are you happy now?